Woo! It's showtime! Woo!
Alright, so the last time we actually did this LR global/JP tier list, we actually just updated some units for the 6-year anniversary, and it still looks that way to me. But now that it's been a few months, and yeah, it has been a few months actually, well, actually a little over, but it's fine. Today we're going to be updating the LR tier list here for both global and JP. First, let's just move up some units in here. Broly. No, probably the most notable one. Obviously, Broly became trash, and as you guys knew why, because he was at B tier, right? Was he? Yeah, B tier. Now he's like at S tier. He's very good now. What does he do again? I forget. If I go onto here, I know he does 4-key 120%, but let me just. Come on. You're not gonna let me search him up, then that's just sad. But this tier list update isn't going to be as long as other tier lists have been. But I can still work with this. Let's see, Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. Just go on to his EZA. His EZA is super good. He doesn't lose defense anymore, which is pretty much the only prominent thing that he had a weakness on, is that he had no defense. And he gains ki whenever there's a pure hybrid Saiyans, which is great. And it's effective against all types when there's a Goku family category enemy, and considering there's so many Gokus in game, this is going to be activated pretty consistently. Even though the buffs are pretty small, his stats actually make up for what he can do. Like 23,000 attack is actually pretty large. What's his total though? 125% when performing a super. Nice. So yeah, he's honestly very good for a majority of the events now. I don't know if he's gonna be good for the GG Legendary Goku event, which is what I'm concerned about. So I'm keeping him there for that specific reason. Who else should I bump up? Doesn't look like I can bump up anyone else really. If you guys want me to bump up anyone else, just let me know in the comment section below. For now, let's just put these 3 in there. Starting off with one of the very first LRs that came out after the 6-year anniversary is LR Tapion and Minosha. Now, this unit, when I saw this unit for the first time, I was like, this unit ain't too bad. Their stats are pretty high, like 15k defense, 18k attack. It's pretty low attack set for an LR, but the defense makes up for it. And they have really high health. This is the highest amount of health they have that a unit has in the game. I believe so. Yeah, I believe that's the highest amount of health that a unit has. Let's just go over what they actually do. They're Warriors of Legend, Siblings Bond 3-key, 150%. Now, they do introduce the Warriors of Legend. I was considering them to be Timeless Legends or Legendary Warriors, but this actually works. The category isn't too bad. You got Bojack, you got Demon King Piccolo, you got them obviously. You got Pycon, who's decent enough to be a super booster or super support type. The Supreme Kai West, you got Bojack, Bardock, who's really good. The AGL EZA Tapion, who is really good now. This Tapion needs an EZA, like, please. We have Bardock in here, obviously. Kid Buu, who's very good. Mass Saiyan. This Bojack. Who else in here? Buu, Physical Kid Buu. You got a really good set of units in here, but it does seem it looks like it's pretty small. Yeah, it looks pretty small at first, but when they do add more units in here later on in the future, I believe this category would be very, very good. But it seems it could be pretty consistent, depending on how you actually work it out. But it is pretty nice. Their super attack, Brave Sword attack, does colossal damage and lowers attack and defense. Their 18-key greatly raises attack and defense. No, greatly raises attack for 1 turn. Does Mega Colossal and then massively lowers defense. I feel like this is going to be much more useful than this. But that's just because their 18-key is much stronger. Their passive, Legends of Planet Konuts, They start with 130% attack and defense at the start of turn. They give Warriors of Legend 2 key and 20% attack and defense. They give Sibling Bonds 2 key and 20% with a medium chance to launch an additional super when performing Ultra Super. Then reduces damage received by 13% with each super attack performed within the same turn. So with this part, you're gonna have to focus on giving them additionals so that you can actually boost them up pretty significantly. And since they already have high defense, might as well do it. Take advantage of what they actually have in terms of defensive capabilities. But are there any units on here that actually have Siblings Bond in the Warriors of Legend? Let's see. We obviously have Tapion and Minosha. You have this Tapion, we have this Tapion. Bardock? Does Bardock have one? And then we have no, I don't think Bicon has it. Does this Bardock have it? I'm looking through to see if any Bardocks actually have it, because that's the one thing I'm gonna look through. Because the only one that actually has it, that has both, is just this unit, because they actually do have Sibling Bonds and Warriors of Legend, but do these guys have it? Warriors of Legend. Nope. What about this? Nope. Well, obviously they're pretty good support for the category itself. Just considering that they can actually launch additionals, so this is actually pretty good for very defensive units. I forget how much they can reach, like 5-6 million max. That's not bad for a unit such as this. It's a support unit too, so it does make up for what this unit can do. They also have an active skill, Heroic Duo, that removes all ally status effects and gives ally 3 key and 20% attack and defense for 2 turns. This can only be activated when there's another Warriors of Legend and Sibling Bonds category ally on the team, starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. Literally just Tapion. Literally just Tapion in general would make this work, or there could be 2 separate units that actually have Siblings Bond, and another unit that has Warriors of Legend. I think that's how it worked. I don't know. I'm just throwing out words out there, but I think that's how their active skill works. But it can only be activated starting from the 4th turn. It's not too bad actually. Their links are Hero, Experienced Fires, Brainiacs, Cold Judgment, Solid Support, Fierce Battle, which is good, and Legendary Power. Yeah, Tapion's going to be their main lineup. That's the main partner lineup for this unit. Then you already know the categories right down here. It's not that many, but it works. The stats really good. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. One thing that I kind of don't like about this unit is the fact that for their active skill, you're gonna have to have units that have both of these categories. Which it's not that bad if you actually just put Tapion on there, but let's say you don't. This is not going to pop off consistently, and you're not going to get it, and just blocks them off from actually giving units this kind of buff, and the status effects, which is removes all ally status effects. It's like. Okay. I was thinking of something else, but yeah, it actually kind of blocks them off from getting all this. But they're still a really good unit, I'm not gonna lie. But they deserve to be S tier. They're not incredible, but they're actually very good. Really good enough to actually be a very strong defensive unit in terms of being in Super Battle Road, pretty much Battlefield, any other Dokkan event. I don't know about the Legendary Goku event, but I think they could last in there. Or the God of Destruction event, actually. I think they could last in there too, so that's the reason why I'm placing them up there. But yeah, let's move on. No, I'll make a shout out. The LR Shadow Dragon Army. Is it this one? Yes, sir. Alright. Okay, so this is the new Battlefield LR that just came out. I don't know why the hell it's so hard. It's probably because of Trunks. Like, that Trunks one-shots you like no tomorrow. And I'm like, why can't they just Why is the damage output of that Trunks in round 2 of Battlefield just disgusting? I don't know. That's the reason why I can't pass it. That's the reason why I can't get this unit under initial release. But this is basically the destroyers born from the Dragon Ball Shadow Dragon army. They are a GT boss, this 3 key 130% free-to-play unit. They're a free-to-play unit, so that's good. They're 12 key, Shadow Dragon's Assault, just does Colossal and then lowers attack and defense, which is great for an int unit. You know, this is the second int unit that has been released onto the battlefield. Yeah, onto the battlefield shop. And they're the second army kind of... No. They're the 4th army unit that's been released into the game. We're gonna have to see more of these army units later on in the future, but I kind of like this. No, let me rephrase that. I like this a lot. They're Ultra Super, Great Advance of the Shadow Dragons, does Mega Colossal, lowers attack and defense, so basically they do the same thing as their 12 key, except now they lower... No, not lower. They have a medium chance of stunning, so giving them additionals is kind of prevalent for this unit. Their passive, minus energy resonance, gives them 70% attack and defense, plus an additional 70% attack and defense when performing a super. Gives them 4 key when the target is in attack down or defense down status. I don't think that's hard considering the fact that they have this. But there are some cases where you won't be able to have that, like the Legendary Goku events or some Dokkan events won't allow you to actually lower attack and defense. So this is not going to kick off as often if the enemy is immune to these kind of status conditions. But otherwise, they'd give GT bosses 3 key and 30% attack and defense. That's pretty much that. Their active skill. This is one of these kind of active skills where you will never be able to get this. Ever. Can be activated starting from the 7th turn from the start of battle. Did they really just block off this animation just because of this condition? No. I would downgrade them for doing that. I would definitely downgrade them for doing that, because this is just some bull crap right there. Well, what they do in their active skill is basically they get 7 key, and then all enemies attack and defense minus 30% for 1 turn. That's a really good active skill. Not too mediocre, but the reason why it's mediocre is because of this. That's the only thing that blocks them off. Otherwise, they have a great active skill, but a terrible condition. Their links are Brutal Beatdown, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, GT, Shadow Dragons, Big Bad Bosses, and Legendary Power. Great link set. Link them up with any Omega... just link them up with Omega Shenron or Sin Shenron. Definitely makes them a really useful unit. Their categories are obviously Shadow Dragon Saga, Joint Forces, and GT Bosses, which I'll go over after this. They have pretty decent stats for a free-to-play unit. 370,000 is not easy to get, but they're decent. Their additional 70% attack and defense is calculated separately, so they get a total of 240% attack and defense when performing a super. Nice, see? Yeah, the only thing I don't like about this unit, and before I even go to the GT bosses category, is just this alone, and possibly this. That depends how often you're gonna kick this off, but otherwise, it's a little annoying. It's one of those annoying units in there for sure. The GT bosses category though is actually really good. Besides, you know who, but the category is actually really nice. Got Baby, got obviously the Shenron army. You got some of the GT supports in here. Not GT supports, but you guys know what I mean. The extreme AGL support, the full power support, Shadow Dragon stunner, debuffer. But if they add more to this, then I wouldn't be mad. I'll just be satisfied with what they I'm kind of satisfied with what they have in here, but I feel like they're gonna add more later on in the future. Because right now it looks not bare bones, but it just needs more synergy. It needs more units in here that can actually support this category besides having just Omega Shenron do all the work. And Global doesn't even have Omega Shenron yet, or not Omega Shenron, but not the Shadow Dragon army, because they just got, I believe, they just got Babidi and Deborah, Yeah, so this is not gonna be in there for a while. Probably like next year or so. January maybe. But in terms of where they're at, in terms of how they're placed as well, I'm gonna have to say they're at the bottom of S tier. They're like the bare bottom. Just because they're good, like they're really good. They have a great support. They get a good amount of buffs from this. This may or may not kick off often. The only thing that just drags them down is just not that part of the active skill, but this part of the active skill. The 7 turns conditions is stupid. They could have just made like 4 or 3 turns, but not like 7. Like come on guys, really? That just puts them down low. And finally, I'm just gonna leave GT bosses up. We got Super 17. Yeah, this unit, basically when GP revealed this unit prior to Dokkan now, kind of ruined it a bit, but I'm not mad. It is coming out tomorrow night. So, how do they work? Or how does he work actually? He's a GT bosses or androids 4 key and 150%. Not a bad leader skill, but there's just one problem with this unit is that there is nothing GT bosses related in terms of his leader skill. Like, okay, he's a GT bosses lead. That's what we all wanted, right? No. He's a very, very balanced unit, just like previous units such as 17 Frieza, just 17 Frieza. This guy is also a very balanced unit. Previous units that have been released, such as TORs, have been very, very good, and this one kind of went a little down, but not like down. But let's just go over what he actually does besides his leader skill. His 12 key raises attack for 1 turn, does Colossal, and then lowers defense. His Ultra Super does Mega Colossal and greatly lowers defense. That's just... it's kind of pathetic, let's be honest. That's just pathetic. It could have done a little more, but it's an LR. His passive, Ideal Combat Distance, gives him 170% attack and defense. Okay. Gives him an additional 17% attack and defense per android's category ally, excluding himself. So he gets a total of 34% attack and defense if you have an android's category ally you could have just put or target Goku category ally, because that would have made so much sense, right? Well, I guess they had to give him additional because that's how it basically works. He's getting multiple buffs, but those multiple buffs aren't going to add they could pretty much stack. But in terms of how the units are being placed in rotation, he could probably get a max of 34% attack and defense. He reduces damage received by 17% plus an additional 17% attack for 3 turns in which an attack was received. Then he has a high chance of getting 1 key for each attack received. Come on. If you took off this high chance and left this part, this unit would have been fine. Like, I wouldn't have a problem with this unit at all. But considering that they didn't actually give him key, the only place they gave him key was here. I could see how much usefulness he would have in several events. But not in all of them. But he's, like I said, he's a balanced unit. He's not like the greatest unit of them all. And his active skills, the reason why... Okay, let's just go over his active skill. His active skill, Electro Eclipse Bomb, does ultimate damage, lowers attack and defense by 17% for 1 turn. That's good. I wish they would have done this for his super attack. That would have made him a lot better. But you can only activate this when this character receives 7 or more attacks in battle. This is basically a Gogeta or Jiren kind of unit. So, yeah. His links are Android Assault, Fury and Faith, Fuse Fighter, Nightmare, GT, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. There's just one problem with this unit, and I kinda hate this. It's kind of my biased opinion. If this LR started out as Hellfighter 17 and Android 17, and then fused into Super 17, then this unit would have been like, okay, put them on the goddamn Android team. Yeah, I don't care about GT bosses, just put them on there with Super 17. When he uses, boom, they link. But considering that it's a standalone LR Super 17, this unit will never link ever. He will never link ever with the AGL Super 17. He can pretty much link up with Android 13, who's very good as a support for this unit. The problem is that well, there's technically no problem with that part, but still, I still think he's too balanced out. But these are his stats, pretty good. And plus they're actually balanced out because he has 15,000 defense, 20,000 attack, 21,000 HP. Still good. What else? 17% is calculated separately for a max of 295, almost 300% basically. Yeah. Okay. If I were to place this unit, I'd say, you know what? This is one of those units that I'm gonna have to put on S tier. He might go. He's pretty much above right here. They're not ranked in any particular order. It's just how I see it. He's better. He's obviously better in the free-to-play unit, in the free-to-play LR, but he's not better than what you guys have seen throughout the past several months in 2021 and at the end of 2020. Should have been better. Should have made him a little better, but he's an android, so it makes sense for him to link up with other androids. But I feel like you should have done more. That's all I'm gonna say. So, this is basically the tier list for May 2021, the global / JP tier list. LR tier list is what I should be saying. If you guys have any questions or concerns about why I placed them right there, you can just do that if you feel like it. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you do so. I'm on the road to 2,000 subscribers. If you guys want to keep up with any other information, updates, news, and summons, make sure you guys go hit that little bell icon so you keep up with all the notifications that I post on YouTube. And yeah, don't forget to like this video. And as always, guys, I'll see y'all in the next one.